All right, in the spirit of getting this done, let's get this done. What's going on? How's everybody out there?
I'm good.
And I'm just chilling.
What?
Who is that?
Who is that?
Oh my goodness.
Where's Justin?
Uh-oh.
What have you done with Justin?
I've eaten Justin.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my god, it was the funniest article I've ever read in my entire life.
I watched a couple of compilation videos on YouTube. I've got it all figured out.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name's Cody.
And I'm Hunter.
And Justin couldn't be with us this evening, but Hunter has graced us with his presence.
Of course.
And this makes him the first guest of the No Big Banana Podcast.
And I'm proud to be
so
here.
Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Mm-hmm. That's always good. So what's up? What's up with you?
I'm just relaxing until I move to Tennessee in a week.
Moving to Tennessee. Getting out of Florida, that's not awful.
No.
That's good to get away from this crazy that's
Just
going
a
on.
change of scenery, I suppose.
Well, yeah, you're young. Embrace it. You're 21, dude. And you're just as young. You're 23.
Yeah, nobody
Oh
likes
my
you when
God,
you're
I'm the
23.
old man in the room.
Jesus.
Gosh, thanks, Justin. At least when he's here, I feel a little bit better.
Justin's not that
He's
old.
not too much younger than me.
He's not that old, though.
Yeah, but he's older than you than I am of him.
It depends. His human form or his tree beard form. He's like 4,000 years old.
Yeah.
I think he looks gross now with just the mustache.
He's so, dude, when I saw it, I was like, well, he'll be keeping that.
I think it makes him feel wise.
It reminds me of a cartoon. There's a particular cartoon character that it reminds me of.
Maybe the hunter from Looney Tunes with like the red beard or the red mustache.
Yeah. What's his name? The cowboy.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's his
Yosemite
name?
Sam.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam. Yep.
Y'all don't know enough Looney Tunes to know Yosemite Sam?
No,
I know
Well,
Looney
I guess they
Tunes.
didn't run Looney Tunes.
just the Bugs Bunny guy.
Well, geez, what years
like
would have y'all been?
Sylvester
What years
and-
would have y'all been watching cartoons on TV?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, 2002, 2003,
Oh
when
my
I could like
God.
comprehend.
But I also watched a lot of Boomerang.
Oh yeah,
I watched a shit ton
Boomerang's
of
the
Boomerang, man.
Shit, dude.
Jetsons,
PBS
Flintstones.
Kids were in its prime around the
PBS
2000s.
Kids was the move.
Oh, I wanna
Also
do it.
Disney kids shows like Imagination
Yeah.
Movers. That was my show.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
My Disney
Old
stuff
people.
was like Gummy Bears and like, gosh, I don't even remember watching too much Disney
I
Channel.
never watched Disney.
I watched
honestly.
Nickelodeon.
I watched a shit ton of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and we have actually, my wife and I now own all of Rocko's Modern Life, which is
Yeah,
great. There's
that's
like
the move.
54 episodes, I think. God, it's good. It holds up. It's so
Rocko's
good.
is good.
Those kind of things, like you can tell, like a long time, like people being ahead of their time. Mm-hmm. You can see that, like looking back, it's like that stuff. If Rocko was airing like brand new today, people would rave about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just that good. But then there's also new cool stuff like the Midnight Gospel. I'm telling you, you need to watch that.
I need to watch it. I know.
What have you been
do.
watching on Netflix
what have I been watching on Netflix?
or Hulu or whatever, any of your streaming platforms of your choice?
on Netflix?
Tiger
I don't
King?
know. Yeah, that was a big one when it was released. Oh, nothing really much. I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing lately.
I always usually check to see if American Horror Story has released a new season yet. But then I
Did
remember.
you watch 1984?
No, I haven't.
What?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well, I have Xfinity, so I could watch it at
I
any
only
point.
watched the first one.
It
the
makes
first
me
episode.
want to cry how good it is.
I don't know what it is with
It's-
American Horror Story. I can always only watch the first episode unless it's season
It's-
1 or 2. Man.
You need
The
to watch
best.
Roanoke.
Like,
The first season's really good. The second season, I think, is my second favorite, only to 1984. I can't express how good 1984 is for what it is.
I would have to say Apocalypse was my favorite series or season. Just the way they tied in season 3 and season 1.
Yeah.
Just with that kid being
Yeah.
spoiler alert, with the kid being the devil in the end
Yeah.
is crazy. I just didn't like how it ended. How you could just go back in time and run the devil over.
Yeah, that was weird. Endings can definitely
I felt
be
like
an
that was a
issue.
bit lazy.
That
Yeah.
dude, speaking of lazy, last season of Game of Thrones, but also
yeah, for real.
the end of The Leftovers, which I don't know if
haven't
either of
seen
y'all
that
ever
one.
watched it. It was on HBO. It was like a post-apocalyptic show where it's like basically a certain part of the population disappears. The first 2 seasons were so good, and then the third season was just like, what is happening here? And I've been trying to hang on with the third. I fell asleep trying to watch one of the episodes of Westworld third season.
Oh yeah,
And
I could only get through the first few episodes of that show.
the first one I think was incredible, and then the second one was pretty okay. And
It's
then
a fucking awesome idea.
part of the problem I think is that because it's an awesome idea, they have to, for a lot of plot purposes, go really in depth with it, and that can lend itself to boringness.
Oh my god, yeah.
If you get too much science, it's like, well, that's like one of the things with Altered Carbon.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to like suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
It's hard to approach the suspension of disbelief when said suspension of disbelief involves known science. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's one thing to be like, hey,
Something
it's
that you have to comprehend to
right.
be able to grasp
like
the concept
this is a
of the movie.
unicorn. It's like, oh, that's easy. That's, you know, I know what a unicorn is. I don't know. I like keeping it light.
Yeah, I agree. Like the movie, I believe it's called The Box. It has Cameron Diaz, and it's like the Twilight Zone story. The guy delivers a box to her doorstep, tells her if you press the button, you'll get $10 million, but one person in the world that you don't know dies. And the whole entire movie is them arguing about if they should press the button or not. Like, her husband is an astronaut or a NASA scientist who's like applying to be an astronaut back in the 60s, 70s or something like that. It's
Right.
a really good movie. It's kind of supernatural. It has a very light supernatural sense. It's a very Twilight Zone-esque.
Could you press the button multiple times?
No, it was a one time, and then somebody would come pick up the box and deliver it to somebody else.
Okay, I'm
that,
taking
that was
my,
that was the
my
other thing.
right hand to God and slamming my hand on that button.
And then they got
Someone
to
I
the
don't
morality. Well, they got to the morality of it. Is
Yeah.
what's the definition of knowing somebody? Who determines what knowing is? And it's all
Right.
the whole entire movie ends up being a thought experiment.
Yeah, I just
Does
got
somebody press the button?
mind swindled.
Hornswoggle.
Do I even know you two?
So have you been streaming lately?
When I can.
Are you going to be streaming and when you get to Tennessee?
Yeah, I want to say starting May 11th or 12th, I'm going to start consistently streaming.
Sweet. Where are you? Where can people find you?
Oh, find me at twitch.tv/Omida. OMITAA.
That's twitch.tv/Omida. Go check them out and watch them play games. We got to play some stuff together too,
We
man.
do. Rocket
We gotta
League is where I'm at.
Rocket League and Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Get
It's
World
like-
War Z, bro.
Just to go back in the dude. If you don't think I'm gonna fucking cop Halo too,
Halo Infinite.
I just saw a fucking meme about it the other day and was like, ooh, I gotta get in there. It was like me going back to
It's dangerous though.
me getting onto Halo, and the nostalgia is so strong, and like everybody's like teabagging and like
Yeah,
talking
they still
shit
do.
like back in the day.
I
Like
mean,
They-
shit.
yeah, they
but
still
like,
do.
you gotta be careful.
Call of
It's not
Duty.
Halo.
Call of Duty
Yeah.
is
Anymore.
a
Just
hit.
know
It's,
that. Like, it may.
Yeah.
I don't know what Halo 6 is gonna look like, obviously, but it's not gonna be Halo.
I think Call of Duty
It
has
might
hit
be
its
good.
toxic peak.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
so much toxicity in Modern Warfare.
I'm sure it's nuts.
I bought
and
Modern Warfare 2 Remastered just for the OG Ghost.
have y'all played Warzone?
Only
Yeah.
one game.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
a-
want to be caught dead touching that
Really?
Battle Royale ever again. No.
Why?
It is
don't
such
know. I
a
don't play it.
trashy concept.
I don't really understand it. Justin keeps telling me to download it, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't play Call
I'm
of
like,
Duty.
look, man, if I'm not playing Apex, I'm definitely not going to play fucking Warzone. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to fight, because VR games, like, it's a lifestyle, dude.
It is.
If you're going to do that, you got to do that.
The problems I have with Warzone really is the fact that you can parachute down and then shoot somebody while they're parachuting down, so they don't even have the time to hit the floor before you killed them. You can only carry 5 shield plates, and the gulag is where most of my problems lie. The fact that even you do gulag and you come out of it and you die, you still have a chance to be brought back. The gulag should be the only reason.
Yeah, there should only
You
be
should
one
come back.
buyback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave the respawning and all that to Apex. Leave the loot vaults and all that to Apex. The pinging system, spread it across. I don't care. But just things Apex does for themselves does not mean you need to put it into a game.
Yeah, it's very well designed to be specifically implemented in one game.
Yes.
And then
Well, I
not
mean, this is-
necessarily the other.
I was just having this conversation about what happens when the people with the money aren't the artists. You know, the people
get
with the
Black Ops
money,
4 Battle
the
Royale.
people with the money don't play. And if they do, they're not good.
EA isn't copying anybody. It's Activision or Epic.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I can understand why Epic's mad that people are using battle passes now in every game. Like, you have Rocket League. we have a battle pass in that or a rocket pass in that.
I think that's
Yeah.
more backlash due to the loot crate controversy that Battlefront launched.
I mean,
with.
it's an absolutely fabulous way to get rid of all the supply drops and loot
Yeah,
crates and stuff like
exactly.
that. But you have Apex that does the best of both worlds. Whether you get shit on in a loot crate or not, you still have the opportunity to get other things guaranteed.
crafting
Right.
materials.
Rocket League is good about it. It's that platform, or I should say that business model, is still pretty young
And
too.
I like Rocket
companies
League's-
are figuring out how to do it, because back in the day,
They
It
couldn't
was,
even
it
patch
was
a
a
game.
premium
You-
pass that you had to
you-
buy to get the DLC. That's what secured
Well-
funding for the future endeavors for them and all that shit.
we went up to GameStop for the midnight release of Red
Yeah.
Dead Redemption. That was how you got games back
Yep.
then. There was no, you didn't download. There was, if you did play online, it was like strictly PvP stuff. It wasn't like it is now, where these companies are like, okay, well, we've got to figure out how to make more money than them just paying for the game.
Right.
We've got to make these people monthly users.
Yeah, because building and creating games is getting a lot more expensive as time goes on. And
Right.
battle passes aren't going to be here the entire
Oh,
time.
there's something interesting is Battlefield 5 will no longer have support after the summer. No more content's being added to Battlefield 5, but Battlefront 2 came out, I think, a year before.
Yeah.
And they're still getting content.
Still getting
because
content.
The process that they go about it just didn't work.
They just
fucked
released,
Battlefield 5 so bad.
BB-8, the roly-poly, huh?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
released BB9 and BB8, and I think they just did something else. I can't remember, but there was a new update like 2 days ago that they did something with, but I can't remember what it was.
See, there's some stuff like that I just have to stay away from, and I should stay away from Halo. I know, because
Honestly, if you
one
don't want
match
to play
on Guardian-
multiplayer, if you don't want to play multiplayer on Halo, don't play multiplayer. Just play it for the campaign.
Oh,
The
yeah.
campaign itself is worth your $60.
Yeah, that's what I always say with Call of
Oh
Duty.
no way, dude! It's,
Oh, yes.
If I'm playing Halo, I'm playing online.
That too.
We'll play online.
Oh, dude,
but
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
be-
saying
I'm
the
gonna be
camp,
big team battles
the
for life,
story
bro.
mode that they put in that game is
Yeah.
worth your $60.
I'm gonna be sticking people all over the
big team
place, dude.
battles, man.
Oh my god, the BTBs.
SWAT.
You've never
Ooh.
seen. You don't even know what fucking warthog driving is, son. I used to just fucking I used to run up on squads and then just sit up on one wheel and just sit there while the fucking guy in the turret got like a kill-tacular.
I miss riding around with the Goshawk shooting banshees out of the sky.
Oh, yeah,
just
dude.
dropping them, man.
Justin always went Banshee. When we were BTB, we always, and
Oh,
he would
yeah.
just go up and just start destroying everything.
35 kill streak.
What's funny is when Halo 2 was in its prime, we knew a guy. I wasn't really close with him, but he was closer with Justin. I think that he had worked with Justin, who was on the number 3 or number 4 Halo team in the world at the time. He played on 10 sensitivity. All of his stuff was on 10 sensitivity. And watching him play was just
Cracked out.
because they have code
Yeah.
for everything as
Yeah.
to
It's like
pieces of
Counter-Strike.
the map.
Yeah.
Call outs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
dude.
He's in kitchen or
Yeah.
he's on hill.
But it's
and stuff like that.
But because it's online and you're all connected on the same server, it has to be coded. So it's
Right.
goofy shit, coming up on the left banana wheel. And it's what the fuck? And then
Back
meanwhile
then it was all-
he's doing 360 no scopes. I'm just
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. That's good times.
Yeah.
Good times. Halo 2 was so much fun.
Yeah, we had crazy LAN parties back in the day.
When I
dude.
was in Alabama, me and my good friends down there, we would chill every day in their room and just play Halo 2. There was we had no time left.
Yeah.
It was probably the best part of my childhood is just chilling playing Halo 2, just sitting in the tank, just blowing everybody up.
Scorpion.
What's interesting is that when I was y'all's age, I was playing Halo. And when I was the age that you were when you were playing Halo, I was renting an N64 from Blockbuster Video, playing Cruisin' USA and understanding how mind-boggling it was to go from 2D to 3D.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When Mario 64
We
came
get-
out, it was just what
I mean, we
is
get the idea of
this?
3D to VR.
That's true. Yeah,
So
that
imagine
is.
that jump.
That is what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's an interesting reminder that the universe can still pull the rug from under you because you get complacent.
It's kind of like when you said shows were made ahead of their time.
Yeah.
You can't say that anymore because we're growing so fast.
Right.
You can't say a show is before its time anymore. You can't say this TV is before its time. You can't.
Right. Yeah.
They have TVs that is literally wallpaper.
Yeah.
I can't believe the OG Xbox One is 7 years old this year.
Oh,
It feels like last year it came out.
That's
man.
really bizarre.
That's so
because
crazy.
I remember when the 360s came out. I remember they were catching on fire.
Yeah.
Oh
The Red Ring
man,
of
that was
Death.
crazy.
Red
And
Rings of
then,
Death, man.
I remember when I think it was the PS3 that they announced, and everybody was so blown away by the price.
Yeah, the PS3 was $199.
The PS2 was affordable. I played the shit
remember
out of my
getting my
PS2.
PS2.
That's it. I was a
getting that.
WWE champion.
Oh my god,
on
dude!
PS2.
SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude.
played that on
2008
PSP,
was my
bro.
absolute favorite.
I think, dude, I had one. It was like Welcome to Bring the SmackDown 2 or
What
something.
about Def
The-
Jam Vendetta?
The
You ever
Rock
play
was
that?
on
Yeah.
the cover
Def
of
Jam
it.
Vendetta was the fucking move, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
What was the other game? Twisted Candy?
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
was the fucking
dude.
shit.
That was
Let me tell you, when I was in 6th grade, I used to get out of school and go over to my friend's house and play Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal and Twisted Metal 2.
Yep.
And I remember even when 3 came out, and 3 I think is an overlooked
Treasure.
edition of the game. Well, did y'all ever play Vigilante 8?
no.
No, I didn't.
So Vigilante 8 was like this. I think it was Rareware Studios that did it. I'm not sure on that, but it was their answer to, you know how like Perfect Dark was the answer to Bond. This Vigilante 8 was like the answer to Twisted Metal, and it was death matching cars. But I preferred it way more because they were just like it was more fun than scary. So it was like there was one guy named Boogie, and he's in like a 1970s like gremlin.
Yeah.
And his special attack is like a giant disco ball that comes out and like knocks everybody around. And so it was
Also,
like more
Fortnite
fun.
stole that from that.
Oh,
Disco
dude.
bombs.
Well, didn't they steal the fucking in the Fortnite dance the dude from Scrubs dance?
Scrubs, yeah. He
The
sued
Carlton
Epic
dance.
for it and then lost.
What?
Yeah.
Because he
he
doesn't
lost.
know the dance.
Yeah, that's true. It's tricky. It's tricky when it gets to creative
That's
stuff.
fair use.
Yeah.
That's all fair use.
I think everything's fair use. I tell people that all the time. People will send me messages and they're like, "Hey, do you think that maybe I could pay you for permission to use?" And I'm like,
No.
do what? Like, look, man. As long as you're not like selling my music and profiting solely from that,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Put it. In fact, I encourage you to put it out there because that just means more people are hearing it.
Exactly.
And I feel like that to a certain extent, when you create something and put it out there, it belongs to the universe.
Yeah.
It belongs to the universe now.
Yeah.
You don't own that anymore. Your experience with ownership of that was to experience the creation of it
creating it.
and then to earn revenue from it. And I'm of the opinion that, like I said, as long as you're not directly selling my music, then you're changing why someone's consuming it.
Right.
You know, like if if somebody goes to like a burlesque show and to see this performer and my music is playing, they didn't go there to listen to my music.
Right.
They went there for the burlesque dancer.
Right.
My music just happened to accompany that.
That's what I feel with like all the YouTube videos getting copyright stricken for just music playing in the background and stuff like that. It's like
It's really
I'm not clicking on this video to listen to fucking somebody in the background singing words that I can't even hear.
Well,
I
it's like
clicked on it to listen to the person who's talking over the background music.
Well, it's like reactors.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you watch reactors, like somebody like Shaq or like I watch like these guys Frankenstein's Lab. Like I don't watch them to see the fucking videos they're watching. I've either already seen them or I'll just watch them
and that's
myself.
why you're already interested.
The reason that I'm watching Frankenstein's Lab is because I like those guys and I'm
Exactly.
interested on what their take is on the video.
Exactly.
Can you imagine a burlesque dancer dancing to D&D swag?
Well, I brought that example up because there is a
Because it
girl
is.
who's I think she calls it nerdlesque, and she does like nerdy burlesque dancing.
Oh, wow.
And
be the
she
next
reached
guest.
out and asked if she could use, I forget what song it was, but I was like, that's why it came to mind because I remember when she asked, she was so polite about it. And I was like, go do it. People say like, oh, can I cover this? Or like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, do it. Send it to me. I want to see it. Like,
Yeah.
and then maybe after you're done with that, write your own.
Yeah.
Because that, I think, is like what I want
Inspiration.
more than anything to contribute to the universe is inspiration.
Yeah.
I think that that's what I'm here to do is like make sure that other people are constantly like looking to try and better themselves.
Yeah.
Because I certainly am and think that it's everybody's benefit to do so.
If
Man.
everybody did that, the world would be a better place, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, you should see this, this move to Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, it's definitely going to be an experience.
As,
It's a place I don't know very well, so getting to understand the layout is definitely going to be an experience.
But it'll be good, man. Like
Yeah.
you'll get
what it's
some real thinking time. I got a lot of thinking done when I was in Michigan. When you're closer to nature than you are here, because I mean, there's nature here, but it's like redneck woods. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
not
can't
like,
really go
everything
outside.
stinks.
I can't go outside and be like, wow, this place is beautiful.
Right.
No, absolutely. Florida's not like that unless you go to the beach.
Right.
But you can literally walk out of your door in Tennessee and see mountains and trees and just be like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm alive to see this.
Yeah, parts of Michigan are like that. Where I lived in Michigan was like that. Like
yeah.
parts of Kentucky and like Colorado for sure. Like,
Yeah,
but you
waking
can't.
up and growing up in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains was like the coolest shit in the world, man.
Yeah, I'm sure that it was. Oh,
Well, would
you know what that means? That means that this is normally where I have to fight for mic time from Justin.
Not
They're
today.
saying a bunch of creepy stuff about having intercourse with a digital bell.
That doesn't exist.
Okay, so thanks for hanging around. Hunter has joined us today, and he'll be joining us on Thursday before he ships off to Tennessee. Make sure that you follow him and check him out on twitch.tv/_.
Nope.
Twitch.
It's just Omita, OMITAA.
OMITAA.
Hit
Check
that
him
follow
out.
button
Go
and the
follow
bell.
him. And while you're at it, follow the No Big Banana podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Send us an email at nobigbanana@gmail.com, and we'll check that out as well. Hope everybody out there is doing safe.
And be
forget
sure
to
to
wash your
subscribe.
Yeah. And then whatever it was that they said, I guess that I'll just agree with it.